Alright guys, greetings. This is a Crypto Prophet. So please, if you're watching this video, you're going to be hearing some noisy backgrounds in the video. Now that's because the area I was in, I forgot to carry my mic alongside with me. So please bear with the noise, but just get the message. Okay, so I decided to just attach this because I wasn't really in a very good environment, so I just had to just make that produce this video. So this is just an admonition. So as you watch the video, get enlightenment, send an email tradingexploit7@gmail.com and you would get information on how to be in the channel of the Crypto Prophets. Thank you. Hello everyone, greetings to you all. This is the Crypto Prophets. Click on the subscribe button to enable you get notified anytime I drop video contents like this. And without wasting much time, let's take a look at today's video. Alright guys, so go watch this video, The Crypto Prophet, a secret nobody sees or speaks about. I produced this video 2 weeks ago. In this video, I spoke about something very important. I told you guys that I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to drop, okay? And I was very plain in this video. I told you guys that I'm expecting Bitcoin to drop. Also in this video as well, go watch this video, The Crypto Prophet, for your eyes only. Now, I spoke about a whole lot in this particular video. I would attach the links to these videos below so you can actually watch them. This was 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, and all that. So, in this video, guys, I said that Bitcoin was going to drop, and that when you see Bitcoin dropping, don't get scared, but rather take it as an opportunity, take it as a privilege, because that is going to launch us into a strong bull run. That was exactly what I said, and my words have actually played out. So into this video, I would be digging deep into the current market states. I would be telling you guys exactly what is happening, and I'll be giving you my honest opinion. So if you know you want to benefit from the crypto space, continue watching this video, because I am going to be sharing very, very important information in this video. So let's get into the charts. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500. We'll take a look at the NDX as well. And then we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin charts. And I will tell you guys what is coming and what you should expect. We'll be talking about a whole lot of charts in this video, so just watch this video, because this video is really going to be very educative, and the information I will be sharing with you, as usual, you won't find it anywhere else except in the channel of the Crypto Prophets. So come along with me, guys. Let's get into the charts. Alright guys, so now this is the S&P 500. This is the stock market. And I brought out this chart for a certain reason, and that's because I want you guys to take a look at something. Now, Bitcoin dropped below $100,000 2 days ago, and that drop was very significant. I take it again. That drop of Bitcoin was very significant. And I'm going to be explaining why. Why is it significant? It was significant because that drop was as a result of the rejection of the S&P 500. Now, please pay attention to what I'm saying right now, because if you're watching this video, you're going to learn a lot. You know, the channel of the Crypto Prophet is very educative, and I strive to reveal secrets that you're not going to find anywhere else. Now, the rejection of the S&P 500 from this level is what brought about the drop of Bitcoin. Now, guys, the S&P 500 has actually been making new all-time highs right from this point. Let's go back to time, okay? Right from this point, mind you, there was a time that the S&P 500 dropped to this level, and I, the Crypto Prophet, came out to inform you guys that the S&P 500 had bottomed. I gave you reasons why. I told you we've bottomed. I showed you this bullish divergence. This was early this year. I showed you guys this bullish divergence. This was in the month of March. I showed you guys this bullish divergence. I told you guys that Bitcoin as well has also bottomed. I told you to take advantage of it, and I told you that Bitcoin is getting to 110, 112, 115, 120, $130,000. I told you guys this early this year, and that's exactly what played out. The stock market bottomed, and then from the month of April we began pumping up, and since then we've been creating brand new all-time highs. Now guys, I want to talk about something important. Please give me your attention. Give me your attention. Now, on the 29th of October, the S&P 500 made a new all-time high. But you see, Bitcoin didn't make a new all-time high. Are you getting my point? The S&P 500 made a new all-time high, but Bitcoin did not make a new all-time high at the same time. Rather, Bitcoin was dropping. Now, the S&P 500 has been making new all-time highs right from time. Look at it. It has just been dancing within this range, okay? Anytime it drops, when it pumps again, new all-time high. Drops when it pumps again, new all-time high. Drops when it pumps again, new all-time high. Drops. This was when Iran and Israel were fighting, you know, when they had the little war, and I told you guys that that's an opportunity to invest into the market. If you remember that video, okay, if you remember that video, let's take a look at the video so you guys will know what I'm talking about. Now let's go down. Sorry for that. This was alright, this is a video. This was 5 months ago. I said, the Crypto Prophets, don't be deceived. 112 to 150k BTC coming. Okay, no, 112 to 115k coming for Bitcoin. I was specific in, go and watch this video. I would also attach the link to this video, okay? So now, this was when the S&P 500 was dropping, and there was panic. But you see, I came out to tell you guys that this is an opportunity, okay? You should take advantage of this. This was 5 months ago. Like I told you, we are going to have a new all-time high, and that's exactly what happened, okay? That video played out accurately. So guys, we have been making new all-time highs with the S&P 500, but you see, Bitcoin has been lagging behind. So the S&P 500 tried making another high by breaking this resistance, but it could not. It rather had a rejection. So this brought about this dump that you saw, and this automatically affected Bitcoin and the crypto space. And this is why you saw Bitcoin reacting more and dropping more. Now already Bitcoin was dropping, trying to find support at around $103,000, $102,000. But you see, when the S&P 500 dropped as well, or had this rejection, when it could not break through this yellow line, that added more volatility to Bitcoin, and that is what drove down the price below $100,000. You see, these things I'm sharing with you, you're not going to find it like you won't find people explaining this to you just the way I'm explaining right now, because I'm giving you reasons. I'm making you see why certain events are happening. And now I'm going to be sharing something with you guys, so you would see, your understanding would be much more broadened in this. Now take a look at these charts. This is the chart of the S&P 500, and I'm focusing on the year 2024 at around this point. Now guys, take note of this. The S&P 500 at around the year 2024, it was creating new all-time highs. Okay, now from here it dropped down, new all-time high. This was July 2024. It dropped down, new all-time high, right? But now the chart of Bitcoin, there was a time that Bitcoin was rather going down. Bitcoin was going down, but the S&P 500 kept on making new all-time highs. It was around the month of October, November. That was when Bitcoin decided to enter into its own bullish mode at around that time. But you see, the S&P 500 was already making new highs, but Bitcoin was lagging behind. And then all of a sudden, at around October, November, Bitcoin suddenly picked up and turned bullish and started pumping and going higher. So now, if you guys are okay, fine, let's go to the Bitcoin charts so you can see what I'm talking about. But before then, take note of what I'm showing you now. Okay, now you see this was new all-time high, boom. Okay, same thing here. From here, new all-time high. From here, new all-time high. Now let's check the chart of Bitcoin so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go to the chart of Bitcoin. All right, so now can you see this? Look at it, guys. Now from May, just when the S&P 500 was making new highs, look at it, Bitcoin was rather dropping. Okay, Bitcoin was rather doing what? Dropping. And this was as a result of the Bitcoin halving. And remember, I warned you guys, I told you that the Bitcoin halving is going to crash Bitcoin. This time, it's not going to pump Bitcoin. A lot of people were shocked at my words, but of a truth, my words played out. Because as at then, people were all saying that, in fact, a lot of persons, a lot of people were all talking about the Bitcoin halving, bringing strength to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to pump after the halving, blah, blah, blah. But I, the Crypto Prophet, came out and told you guys that Bitcoin is going to crash, rather. That this time, the Bitcoin halving is going to crash Bitcoin. If you're doubting, let's go to the video. Okay, let's scroll down to the video. You're going to see when I said that. Let's scroll down so you would see it loud and clear. All right, so now here is the video, guys. Here's the video. The Crypto Prophets caution: Bitcoin halving could crash Bitcoin this time. This was produced 1 year ago. Okay, so that's to tell you that the Crypto Prophet has a track record. Okay, I have a very good track record. So now that's exactly what happened during this time. But the S&P 500 kept on making new all-time highs. So it was around October, November. That was when all of a sudden Bitcoin picked up and started pumping and made brand new all-time highs. Oh, sorry guys. Oops. Sorry, my bad, my mistake. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, guys, my bad. I was showing you the chart of Bitcoin of 2025, not 2024. So let's take this to the 1-day charts so you guys can see it clearly. Okay, sorry for that presentation, don't get confused. Alright, so now we've corrected ourselves. So now take a look at this, guys. From the month of March 2024 down, look at the drop Bitcoin had, and this was during the time of the halving. Okay, this was during the time of the halving. See how Bitcoin dropped down. So Bitcoin kept on dropping from the month of March all through into the month of September. Bitcoin was dropping, and this was the percentage. We had a drop of roughly 32%. We had a 32% drop in the price of Bitcoin. Then it was during September, October, November, that was when Bitcoin picked up and started pumping, joining the S&P 500. I hope you guys are seeing this. So from March into what? September, let's say late parts of September, Bitcoin was dropping, but the S&P 500 was pumping. So when Bitcoin decided to pick up and meet with the S&P 500, then we had this massive bull run and altcoin season. So let's go back to the charts of the S&P 500. Okay, that's the SPX, the XPX. Okay, let's go back to the charts so you don't get confused. Now, as you can see, the charts are very clear. There's nothing to hide. You can see from the month of March all through April, May, you can see new all-time high. July dropped down. August, new all-time high into September. It was around October that Bitcoin joined the S&P 500. So now, the reason why I decided to bring that to your notice is because I'm correlating that event or that occurrence with the current market situation that we are currently in. So if I should say this, I wouldn't be wrong. And what is that I have to say? What I have to say is this, guys. The S&P 500 has been making new all-time highs of lately. But Bitcoin has been dropping. Rather, it has not really made new all-time highs outside the $126,000 that it made, and that came earlier before the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 made this new all-time high on the 29th of August. That's when the S&P 500 made this new all-time high. But you see, Bitcoin made its own new all-time high before the October 10th crypto crash. So that means when Bitcoin hit 126 and started dropping, the S&P 500 made a new all-time high at around the 29th of October. So that means Bitcoin was meant to have a new all-time high as well, together with the S&P 500 at around the 29th of October. But you see, that all-time high was delayed. Bitcoin kept dropping and consolidating, trying to find strength to go take out its new all-time high of $126,000. So guys, this is my honest opinion, and this is what I have to tell you. When the S&P 500 breaks this trend line here, this yellow line you're seeing here, when it breaks this trend line, expect a new all-time high for the S&P 500. And when the S&P 500 makes a new all-time high this time, be sure that Bitcoin is not going to be an exception, because this is going to be a catalyst that would also influence the price and drive Bitcoin to a new all-time high. So guys, you see, that target of $130,000 that I kept on giving to you guys is coming, regardless of this drop you're seeing. I don't know what people out there are saying, but I'm coming out to tell you that you should be ready for a new all-time high, because I'm looking at the S&P 500. Mind you, the S&P 500 turned bullish. It turned bullish on Friday. It turned bullish. That was the 14th of November. It turned bullish. There's a green candlestick has formed for the S&P 500. So I wouldn't be surprised if this new week that we are entering into, the S&P 500 opens with a strong bullish candlestick, and then within the week you begin seeing it trying to take out this range. But whenever it breaks out of this range, expect Bitcoin to turn super bullish, and Bitcoin would be on its way to the upside. So whatever the price of Bitcoin right now is in, you need to see it as an opportunity, see it as an advantage. I, the Crypto Prophet, am giving you this, though I'm not a financial advisor, but from the best knowledge I have, I'm speaking not just as a professional, but as an oracle. I'm pointing this wealth opportunity to you. It's going to do you very well. You can see that the S&P 500 is actually following this range, okay? It's following this range. When it breaks out of this white line, comes up here, that's it. So guys, let's enter into the next part of this video. Like I told you, this video carries a lot of information. I'm going to be sharing a lot, so take your time and go through this video for your own enlightenment and understanding. Let's get to the next part of the video. Alright guys, so now this is a Bitcoin chart, and the reason why I'm bringing out this video is to, or I'm producing this video, like I told you, is to enlighten you and tell you what is happening, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So now this is a Bitcoin chart, and I want you guys to observe something. Now I am of the opinion that Bitcoin has finally found its bottom, okay? Now for a lot of persons that are ignorant, they would be looking at this drop of Bitcoin and be thinking Bitcoin is in a bearish state. But you see, it's very funny, because if that's what you're thinking, then I'm here to give you surprises. Now this drop to me doesn't look like a bearish drop. It's rather a bullish divergence, okay? Go study what bullish divergences are and what bearish divergences are. Because guys, if you take a look at this formation right now, okay, this is a falling wedge. Look at this pattern. This is a falling wedge, okay? Now this is a bullish structure. This is a bullish pattern. I don't know what anybody out there is saying, but Bitcoin is simply forming a bullish structure. This is a strong bullish wedge that is forming here, or that has formed here for Bitcoin. Because now take a look at this. When Bitcoin dropped to this point, it pumped, right? Dropped again, met with this green line, pumped, right? Dropped again, found support on this same green line, dropped again, but could not break through this red line, had the rejection, came down again. And right now, where Bitcoin is resting on, there are so many levels of support intersecting around this region. So this is why I'm coming out to tell you guys that Bitcoin is simply in a bullish divergence. That's number one. Number two, it is forming a strong falling wedge. And then number three, it is currently looking bullish. So I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to begin pumping from this range and attempting to break this particular area of resistance in few days time from now. Now let's take out these lines. Watch this. Can you see this line? Look at it. Look at it. Look at this line. Bitcoin is finding support on this line. Look at it. The last time we touched this line was around here. What happened? Boom, pump, right? New all-time high. Now when last did we touch this line again? Look at it. We touched here, right? Touched here again. What happened? Boom, pump, new all-time high. And currently, where are we touching? We are touching this line. And take a look at this. Take a look at this green candlestick that has formed here, exactly on top of this line. And not just that, when we import in these lines, you can see that this line here that has been finding support for Bitcoin is intersecting with this same region. Those are two observations. Now the next observation is this orange line you see here. Okay, let's make this smaller so that you can see the orange line. Now you see this orange line here, this horizontal orange line. You can see that anytime the price breaks above this orange line, we always do what? Pump. It's like this orange line is a demarcation between this region and this region. So the last time we broke above this orange line was in the month of May, and since then we haven't come down to retest this orange line, and currently the price is resting on top of this orange line. And not just that, guys, take a look at this white line. Okay, this white line, look at it, this white line. Now this white line from this point supports, pump, from here supports, pump, look at it, support, pump, support, pump, look at it here, support again, pump. And right now Bitcoin is resting on this same white line, and this white line connects this region to this region, and it also connects this region to this region as well, and to this region as well. So you guys can see that we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 lines of support, all intersecting in the same direction. All of them are converging here, holding the price. Now this is going to be the litmus test. If Bitcoin breaks this range and starts going down, then it means we are officially in a bear market. But you see, to be honest with you, I, the Crypto Prophet, I don't see that being a reality, because you see the metrics, the parameters, everything is pointing to this. Listen, I don't even need to make use of my prophetic gift in this particular scenario, because the odds are right. Everything is pointing, the chart is screaming, Bitcoin is screaming to the whole world that, hey, invest in me, hey, invest in me, put in money in me, I'm about picking up. The crypto space is crying for money. So I don't know if you're following the Crypto Prophets, you should be opportuned to get this information. Okay, so I don't know how to emphasize this, but all I can tell you, get into the crypto space. Send an email, tradingexploits7@gmail.com. Get access to the channel of the Crypto Prophets, and do yourself a favor by getting more information to enable you make money. So all I can tell you is be ready. And lastly, guys, before I go to the next part of this video, lastly, let's take a look at this. This is a bullish divergence. The price is going down. But if you take a look at the indicators, okay, what's happening to the indicator now? Take a look at this. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. You can see this. This indicator is going what? Is going up. Okay, look at it. Very, very what's obvious. Look at it. This indicator is what's going up, but the price of Bitcoin is doing what? Is doing what? Going down. Okay, this is a bullish divergence. Okay, same thing here. You can see that this particular indicator has started turning bullish, right? Okay, now guys, this is, I don't know how to emphasize this again. Okay, I don't know how else to emphasize this, but all I can tell you guys, get into Bitcoin. All the odds are right. Everything is 100% intact, screaming for a bull run, screaming for more prices. And I must tell you this, when Bitcoin breaks out of this line, I believe when Bitcoin breaks out of this line, that would be when the S&P 500 also breaks out of the other line. So if the S&P 500 breaks out of the other line, it's going to give Bitcoin strength this time to break out of this wedge. And once it breaks out of this wedge, that is going to cause the price to go parabolic, and the whole market is going to go parabolic. And then lastly, altcoins are not really dropping that hard like Bitcoin. That's another thing a lot of people have failed to understand. Okay, now let's look for a random altcoin. Let's say a random altcoin. Okay, let's look at Flocky. Now guys, if you check this, okay, Flocky has not dropped below the October 10th level. Okay, as a matter of fact, Flocky has not dropped below the last low. It has not. The last low was around the 4th of November. Flocky has not dropped below this price. Let's take a look at Link. I'm just choosing coins randomly so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can you see this, guys? Now look at this. Look at Chainlink. Chainlink has not dropped below 4th November's low. It has not. Altcoins are not really dropping like Bitcoin. There's a reason. There's a reason. This is why I'm the grandmaster of the crypto space, because what I would show you, you won't find it anywhere else. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin charts. Okay, look at what Bitcoin is doing. I don't know how many people are noticing this. Okay, people just come out and talk all manner of out of ignorance. Now take a look at the 4th of November. Look at it, 4th of November. This was the low, right? But you see that Bitcoin has dropped below the low of 4th November. Why? Bitcoin has dropped below this low of 4th November. But are you guys not asking yourselves questions? Why are altcoins not dropping like Bitcoin? By right, this is meant to be a strong dump. Yes, this is meant to be a strong dump to influence the movement of altcoins. But it's not happening. You're only seeing Bitcoin reacting violently, but altcoins are still stable. That is because we have not officially entered into a bear market. And I'm telling you, as Bitcoin is picking up and going, altcoins are also going to go parabolic. So if there's anything you need to do, be in the crypto space. That's my best advice for you. So let's enter into the last parts of this video. I'm going to be sharing 2 more charts with you before I end this video and we call it a day. Alright guys, so now this is the inverse of Bitcoin, and there's a reason why I brought these charts to you. I just want to show you a pattern that has been forming in these charts from the year 2022. This pattern has been forming, and this is a very interesting pattern. Now guys, I noticed something with this indicator. I noticed that this indicator has not broken out of this region since the year 2022. So this is actually a very, very important scenario, and I'm curious to know how this is going to react over time. Okay, because if we check, let's import in this line. Now forget these lines I drew here. I drew it in the points of intersection. Now let's take it out so you can get what I'm saying. I have said since the year 2022, this indicator has not broken past this trend line. There's a slanting line here. It has not broken past that trend line. Okay, this is the trend line. It has not broken past this trend line. Anytime it hits this trend line, it has a rejection. It hits this trend line, has a rejection. Hits this trend line, has a rejection. Hits here, rejection. Hits here. So I'm expecting a rejection or a breakout, but most likely a rejection. Why am I saying this? Let's take a look at this. Now these vertical lines I drew, okay, connects with the inverse of Bitcoin's charts. And I want to share this so you guys can see. So let's take out the lines. Please don't get confused. Any line you see, any vertical line you see indicates something. I need you guys to understand the candle patterns. So let's bring them back. Let's import them back. Now I'll be broadening them so you guys can learn better. Okay, now observe this. Anytime this vertical line is drawn and we have a rejection in that indicator, what happens? We always get a massive candlestick, which is what? Red. Okay, we get a red candlestick, and this red candlestick signifies a strong pump for Bitcoin. Are you guys getting something? I hope you guys are getting something. This is why you have to follow the Crypto Prophet. I carry secrets that you're not going to find easily. I'm telling you. Listen. Follow the Crypto Prophets. Take what I'm telling you. Listen. Anytime we have a rejection with that indicator, now that indicator was designed by me. You're not going to find it anywhere else. Anytime we have a rejection, okay, we always have a red candlestick, and this red candlestick signifies a strong pump for Bitcoin. This was January 1st 2023. red candlestick here, strong pump for Bitcoin. Same thing happened here. We had a rejection here, this area. The next candlestick that followed was a strong red candlestick, followed by how many red candlesticks? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 good red candlesticks signifying strong pump for Bitcoin. And this was October 2023 into when? February. This was when the bull run and the altcoin season for 2023 was activated. The next time we had this rejection, what happened? We had 2 red candlesticks, and this happened in the month of ending of August into when? October 2024. And as you all know, this was when the altcoin season of 2024 from October into November kick-started. And then coming over here again, guys, we had this same red candlestick. Okay, we had a rejection with this candlestick. The next candlestick that followed was what? Red. And this brought about, sorry for that, this brought about a drop in these charts, but brought about a massive rally for Bitcoin. And this happened from April this year. So this chart shows us an opportunity. This chart is a shining light. I'm telling you guys, it is a shining light. And if you observe right now, guys, currently, where are we? We are at this point. We are at this point. Okay, we are at this point. So now I am curious to know the next candlestick that is going to form. The next candlestick that would form. What is going to happen? Is it going to be a red candlestick? If it is a red candlestick, just forget it. That's a strong bull run. This is what I need you guys to understand. A very strong bull run is what is going to be activated. I'm telling you. Because anytime we have an intersection with this indicator, you can see we've not broken past this region. Anytime, if this indicator bends down again, fails to break this region that it has tried breaking for the past how many years now? Listen, look at it. How many days now? Okay, sorry for that. How many days now? Let's count. Look at it from here to here. How many days? That's 1048 days. It has not broken past this trend line. Guys, if we have another rejection, then automatically this would give rise to a red candlestick forming in the next formation, and that is going to signify a strong bull run. And you see all the parameters, everything is pointing to that effect. The charts are screaming that there's a bull run coming after this, and most likely this is going to cause a bull run. But the only way this can be countered is if the next movement, this indicator goes up and breaks out of this region. And if that happens, then automatically we have entered into a bear market. This is what I need you guys to understand. So I am of the opinion that there's a bull run coming based on the parameters and the metrics I've shared with you. There's a bull run that is coming, and after that bull run, there's going to be a strong bear market. And I've told you guys that 2026 is not going to be a good year for crypto. Okay, I will tell you the dates and the time when the time comes. I will tell you the dates, tell you the time. The year 2026 is not going to be a good year for crypto. Please take note of my words. We will get to that when the time comes, because you see, if this indicator breaks out of this region, okay, that's going to be very disastrous, because it's going to be worse than what you saw in 2022. This is what I need you to understand. So let's enter into the Bitcoin charts before I end this video. Alright guys, so now take a look at this. This is the same indicator, but this is on the Bitcoin charts. And if you observe, all these points, all these turning points tend to be meeting at a certain region. Okay, now counting from the 23rd of September, these points have just been intersecting with each other. Okay, they've been intersecting with each other. Now let's import in this line so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, you can see. Okay, let's take this out. Let's take this out so that you don't get confused. Okay, now look at it. So this line connotes with this one, with this one. Okay, so let's draw vertical lines, and I need you guys to observe something. Now let's mark these points. Let's mark this point as well. Let's mark this point as well, and then let's also mark this point. Okay, so now let's take a look at the chart of Bitcoin. Please ignore all these lines. Just focus on these vertical lines. Don't get confused. I know a lot of you would see these lines and be confused. Don't get confused. Okay, it's not necessary. Just take a look at, just observe these vertical lines. That's the main point of focus here. Okay, let's take it out now and observe these vertical lines. I'll be bringing them back. Now guys, have you observed something? Have you guys observed that anytime we have that turning point on that indicator, the next candlestick that follows suit is a green candlestick? Have you guys observed? Look at it. Anywhere these lines pass is always a red candlestick. I take it again. Anywhere these lines pass is always a red candlestick. This was a red candlestick, okay? This was a red candlestick. This was a red candlestick, and this is a red candlestick currently where we are. We are currently in a red candlestick. So now when we had this red candlestick, what happened? Look at it. Red candlestick, the next one that followed was what? Pump, right? Red candlestick, the next one that followed was what? Pump, right? Another one, pump. Now we had red candlestick, 2 pumps. Red candlestick, 2 pumps, right? Let's check the next one. Okay, the next one was what? Red candlestick. We had only 1 pump. Okay, so now we are having a red candlestick. What do you think is going to follow next? I'm of the opinion that the next candlestick that will form would be green, and that will be a pump, and that green candlestick would give strength to Bitcoin. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Listen, if you're here and you're not yet in the crypto space, enter into the crypto space. Send an email, tradingexploits7@gmail.com. Check the descriptive part of this video. The admins, they are going to respond to you, okay? And send an email to get into the channel of the Crypto Prophet. I've told you guys $130,000 worth of Bitcoin is coming. I don't know what anybody else out there is saying. We've entered into a strong bull run. Bitcoin has bottomed. I can't emphasize more on this. So get into the markets, contact the channel of the Crypto Prophet, get into the channel of the Crypto Prophet and get direction. That's all I can tell you. So for now guys, trade safe, trade smart. I remain the Crypto Prophet. God bless you all. See you in my next video. Thank you.